You don't see. We're live. I don't see anything. There it is. I'm live. There we go. We're live. All right, guys, stand by. We got something. It's been a quite an interesting day. We are live, like right now. Hey, everybody. We're here. Lisa Marie, thank you for staying around. Mama D, she says we're still here. I see you. So thank you guys so much. This has been a very interesting night. And I know we probably lost a lot of people. So there will be a replay. It will be on YouTube and it will also be on Amazon and Roku. But for the ones who stayed, we have a interesting show tonight. We're going to keep it abbreviated because I'm not going to keep you long because we like to keep it down to 1 hour. As we're doing that, I'm trying to get the VMix social comments to pop up, and I'm not sure why they're not popping up right now as we speak. But we're going to just keep it moving. But I do have a guest today, and he is the customer service success manager. So that means when you have great products and all that other good stuff, uh, when you have all of that, um, problems, or if you have great stories that you want to tell, you have to see this guy. You have to go through him. And without further ado, let me go ahead and bring him in. His name is Neil Mcvicker. How you doing, man? I'm doing all right, man. So somebody says I want a hoodie. So you're with the company Bartesian. You're the cocktail maker, and you can make cocktails, those adult beverages that I'm probably going to need one right now, right? So after all of this that has happened this evening, I need a little something more stronger than this right here. So you have a product called the Bartesian. We're going to talk a little bit about that a little bit later on. So I just want to let you guys know that he's going to tell us all about it. And then, as I'm still trying to figure out why these comments have still not popped in yet, we'll figure it out. So just bear with me as we go. All right. For the ones who do not know, we had a stash stock party this evening. Unfortunately, that has now ended. But tonight's stash stock party was, if I'm correct, it was Robo Global Healthcare Technologies and Innovations ETF. So, for the ones that are not familiar with what all that is, Stash Stock offers you an opportunity to invest into stock. And if you are not familiar with stock and you are in and wanting to learn, you can sign up for the Stash Stock. And you can own a piece of stock. So you don't have to put any money down. Everything is absolutely yours. It's an incremental piece of stock. So like 0.25, maybe 0.50% or something like that. But then when you're ready to start investing money and you feel more comfortable, now you can not only have the stock from the stash stock party, but then you can also have a piece of incremental stock, if that makes sense. So check it out, Stash Stock Party. If you use the link in this bio here, um, you'll get 20 or $25 off. I forgot what the actual number is off the top of my head at this moment. So just click the link in the bio, is there. And then tonight's product offering was Robo Global Healthcare Technology and Innovation ETF. So that's what we have. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into this show. I'm sorry as we expedite these things. But I have Neil here, and Neil, we want to talk a little bit of tech news. Do you want the good or do you want the bad? Which one did you want to go over real quick? The good. Okay. So I have to ask you, um, man, I hate to even ask. Are you a Mac guy? Are you a PC guy? Are you an Android guy? Or are you a iOS guy? Which one are you? Windows and Android. That's what I'm talking about, man. I love it, man. So that look, y'all know how I am. You know I love it when somebody says that they're all team PC and team Android. Much love to you. But I want to go ahead and get into this story here because we got a little love for those Apple lovers. So Apple, oh God, you guys know how I am about this, right? So Apple is going to help you guys out just a little bit. And check this out. They're happy to inform you that Apple isn't requiring verification for educational discounts anymore. Have you heard anything about this, Neil? Okay, they're saying they can't hear you. So they're saying your volume is low. So on your device, you turn your volume up because you're turned up all the way over here. So is there a way that you can turn your device up before we get started into this show here? Okay, so they're saying that they thought it was just them and they say your volume is low. So let's see. Um, did it? Nope, 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 nope. They're saying your volume is low. So I am sorry, guys. We're trying to see if we can get his volume up and going. So bear with us as we try to figure that out. Because I definitely want you guys to find out what he has going on tonight. Okay, they say your volume is low. They said, no, me too. They say you're breaking up. I'm breaking up. TV, we cannot hear the guests. That's what they're saying. So bear with us as we try to figure out his volume because his volume seemed to be perfectly fine earlier. All right, so Neil, you keep talking and let's see if they say that they can hear you a little bit better, okay? So for the ones who do not know, I had a surprise for you. Um, we have a new look to the show. How about that? So we're just trying to figure out why we can't get his audio. And I wanted to, so we're just gearing some things up, but I'm, I thought it was just me. Okay, so can you guys hear me? Put in the comments, is it myself or is it Neil that you can't hear? So they're saying, yes, UTB, they can't hear me. So my volume is turned all the way up. So I want to make sure that my volume is good on your end and my mic is turned at 100%. So I should really be peaking at this point. So the question is it Neil or is it Tallboy? Let me know. Okay, we're waiting for them to make a comment. They say, TB, we're hearing him through whatever you're hearing him through. Okay, so that might be something that I'm doing wrong here. So let me see something in my settings here. So for the ones that have bared with us at this point, let me tell you what has happened. It says, no, you are. So am I breaking up? Okay, so Mama D says we hear you, but not Neil. Then hit the spot says no, you are breaking up. Rich Vibe says, TB, we're hearing him through whatever you're hearing him through. The guest audio is not coming through. That's what they're saying. So that's not good. Okay, I just changed something. Neil, can you still hear me? Neil, okay, can you hear him now? And some, yeah, so you guys can't hear him. I just switched over to my system instead of my sample on my mixer. Let me know. Neil, talk. Just let them know briefly where you're from and stuff like that. And let's see how the audio comes out, okay? Everybody's saying no, they cannot hear you. They say it sounds like you're coming from somewhere else. Okay, so I just switched back to my normal setting, which is my sample. And then if you could say once again where you're from and how you. Okay, so did you guys hear him at all with that setting here? Still the same, is it what they're saying? Sent to my where? Okay, help me out. Everybody's giving me red X's. So you're not getting his audio, but you're getting my audio perfectly fine. Okay, so I'm going to audio source and I have him on master. I need to send him that bus A. Yep. Mm-hmm. Check his gain in my system or in his system. Okay, give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. So this is what's going on. We have, let me see. All right, now try now. Let's see. I turned your gain up.
Hello, hello, hello.
All right, so how is that setting there? Neil is very low and you're breaking up. That's what they're telling me. Okay, they're saying they can hear you now. So, yeah, they said he did. Yeah, he just coughed. All right, so there we go.
I didn't cough.
Okay, I got him down to 10 decibels. This is tech, guys. We're going to learn this together. We're going to learn this together. There you go. There you go. There he is. All right. So, let's bring him back up on the screen. Neil Mcvicker, how are you
Yes,
doing today, sir?
very good, thank you.
It's been a very interesting night. so for the
Absolutely.
so for the ones who do not know what's going on, I'm in Atlanta. Neil is in Canada, close to Toronto, Ontario area, and then
Yep.
we also have another gentleman that's literally live with us, and he's helping me troubleshoot in Utah. So we're literally bouncing from Atlanta and Canada all the way to Utah to allow this stream to happen. And what has happened is I am switching over the show, and you're starting to see some technology take place because I'm mixing some things up. But it has nothing to do. This show has nothing to do, or the inputs and the graphics has nothing to do with why the stream did not happen tonight. Okay, so we're giving the show a new feel, a new look, and it's just ironic. It's the last Wednesday of January, and we would have these problems. So we're gonna go ahead. and start the show. And Neil, we're going to ask one more time: are you Android or iOS, so everyone can hear?
I am Android all the way. Android and Windows.
Very good. I love that. All right. So we have a story for Apple users. Okay. So, Apple users, I got a little love for you because you guys know how I am, and you guys know I'm not a big fan of this kind of stuff. But Apple is doing a discount for, or they're going away from verifying discounts for education purposes. So the way the story reads is Apple introduced some point last month a new verification process in the U.S. that tried to ensure customers who want to benefit from its discounted education pricing are actually involved in education. So now Apple has removed that verification process, and they said before you had to verify that you actually qualified for an education discount using a third party verification service. So now you don't have to do that. So basically, the change they removed a loophole that has previously was easy to exploit, but they got rid of it, and they said Apple didn't even require customers to have a .edu email address. There was surprisingly an outcry over Reddit, with someone pointing out that Apple's first-party discounts are often beaten by third-party retailers during back-to-school season. So basically, if you're looking for a good deal on a MacBook, they you can just go out there and see, just let know that you have I mean that you work in the educational field. So if you're using it in educational purposes, this could be an opportunity for you to take advantage of that. Okay. Um, your thoughts on the Neil?
I think it's great in in concept to give discounts to the education field. Absolutely. I can understand from a business standpoint the interest in monitoring that, but now that they've lifted their gate on it, sure, there's going to be some abuse, but pretty sure that Apple can afford it.
Apple makes a lot of money. So I mean, I don't think that that's the problem. I mean, I just think it's just people just being honest, if that makes any sense. And
No,
it's just,
absolutely.
I think it's just a matter of will people truly be honest with the situation? But I think that is great that you don't have to have a .edu, because there are people that that do educational things. So why do you have to necessarily have an educational website, if that makes sense?
No, absolutely.
Um, the story also says here, and I think I want to say customers have all they said users are limited to one desktop computer, one Mac Mini, one laptop, two iPads, and two accessories per year. And this is still listed on Apple's site. So, given that it's more than any student, teacher, or educational staff member is likely to purchase for themselves in a given year. So, it's not like, okay, Neil works in the education field and he's going to buy five laptops. You're going to be limited to some of that, to what you can purchase. So, I mean, how many people are really going to go out and buy five laptops and then turn around and go flip them, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah, and I wonder how they monitor that. Like, is it tied to a shipping address, or is it tied to, if they're not forcing the EDU, so can I do it under a Gmail? We know how easy it is to get a disposable email address. So I'm curious how they're making that connection to enforce that limitation.
Well, that's something to think about. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know how that will work, but I think it's something to think about at the end of the day. It's like, okay, how many laptops is enough? I mean, because what you don't want is saying, all right, I'm going to give you a 20-30% discount, right? And you get this 20 to 30% discount and you're over there flipping it and making 3%, and you're making the money back yourself because you were able to utilize this discount for the ones who may not know that Apple is actually doing this deal. So
Yeah, I'd be curious to know too if they open it up across their entire platform. Like, can you literally get the latest and greatest, or are there limitations on, oh, it's got to be the previous generation or maybe even generations before that of any inventory that they might have?
no, well, the way the article is reading here is saying that you can get the Mac Mini, you can get any laptop, two iPads, and two
Mhm.
accessories. So the question is, I mean, are you going to go out and buy five M1 video? I mean, five M1 MacBooks, if that makes sense? No, I mean, and flip them.
Right.
So the thing is, they're looking for people to be honest, if that makes sense, and you just want people to do right and not take advantage of the program. Well, I'm not a Mac user, so I would never take advantage of this opportunity or of this deal. But for the ones that are interested in Mac, you have educational pricing. If you are in the educational field, and we hope that you write and not take advantage of the situation. If that just do right and tell a friend to tell a friend that if they're in the education field, if they're in the education field, this is an opportunity for you to take advantage of it. Okay. All right. So we're going to switch gears a little bit because tax season is here. And with tax season being here, you guys may or may not know this, and I just wanted to keep you informed of what's going on. And you may or may not like this, especially if you're not into tech. So this is why we do this show, just to kind of give you a heads up of what's going on. Check this out. The IRS will soon make you use facial recognition to access your taxes online. Yes, this is real. Now, I hope that there's no conspiracies behind this, but I just want you to keep in mind that going into 2022, it's time to start learning some of this tech. So the story reads, the IRS will require people who access and pay their taxes online to enroll in a third party facial recognition company starting this summer. It's called Krebs on Security. Even those who have already registered on irs.gov with a username and password will have to provide a government ID, a copy of a utility bill, and a selfie to ID.me. This is the Virginia-based the verification company they're using. This third party service, so it's ID.me. You'll take a video selfie with whatever webcam or mobile device you're using to sign up, which seems likely to cause problems for people who might have older hardware or who don't have access to one, or probably who not tech savvy at all. You can't say you won't be doing it because if you do anything online with the IRS, um, you're gonna have to do it starting summer. So it's not what you're not gonna do; it's what you're gonna have to learn how to do. So hit this spot says I won't be doing it. Lisa Marie says get out, and Lisa Marie also says what's wrong with your driver's license? Well, basically, the IRS has partnered with them, and like I said, I think that the government. I'm not gonna say they said this should that should match your address and your face, hopefully. So I think it's really more of the government just saying, "Hey, we just want to make sure that you're who you say you are," if that makes sense. Now, as we go along in years, you got to remember in the 80s we were on rotary phones, and now we're on cell phones, right? Before it was the black and white TV, now we have flat screen TVs. So now the government is saying you used to do everything by paper. Well, now we're doing everything electronically. So just keep this in mind because there are some things that you may or may not like, but we're just keeping you abreast of what's going on. Um, Let me see. Am I doing this right? Yeah, there we go. So according to ID.me is a trusted provider of identity verification services. Um, Anyone who already has an ID.me account from another government agency can sign in with those credentials. Now, this gentleman here, Mr. Krebs, said he created an account and he said that the process was time consuming and glitchy. And he got stuck about halfway through the process and had to start again from the beginning, and then was prompted to join a video call with an ID.me representative. And they said the wait time was about 3.5 hours. Your thoughts on any of this? You don't have to deal with this because you're in Canada, so you don't have the
Right.
taxes in America. So this is a good situation for you, right?
Well, I mean, if our neighbors to the south are doing it statistically and historically, Canada's never all that far behind. Um, I mean, personally speaking, I'm a fan of the convenience and security that biometrics offers. I like being able to unlock my phone with my fingertip, or devices with my eyes and such. For this big of a move, to be implemented this soon, like summer really isn't that far away when you consider the learning curve, and you think of how inside baby boomer generation is throughout North America, to that dramatic a change in a relatively short time frame is kind of surprising. I think that they would give a lot more notice, than just half a year.
Yeah,
Um,
so yeah, 6 months. I mean, basically it's like sink or swim. That's literally
yeah,
what it is. And so for once again, if you do your own taxes, if you log in online, you're gonna have to do this. So if you do anything electronically, you're gonna have to do this. So whether you want to do it or not, they're saying by the summer, this is going to be in effect. So effective 2023, everybody is going to have to do this. So you're going to hear about it in the news. And then next year, it's going to be right around this time next year. They're going to have some problems. So my thing is jump on it now, go through the headache now. This is my thought process, right? Go through the headache now. And what I'm saying is by the time next year, around this time, you're already through it. And then you don't have to do the long wait times. Now, you could be stubborn and say you're not going to do it at all. That's perfectly fine, right? So just, okay, I think I may have lost somebody. Okay, am I back?
I'm here.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys heard what I said, but what I was saying, jump on it now. And I highly recommend for you guys to jump on it now. And what I mean by that is, um, you guys have to learn how to do this technology because they're saying in July, no matter what, you have to do this. So starting next year, no matter what, everyone's gonna have to start doing this, whether we like it or not. So they're gonna have problems overall, and you're gonna be on hold. So why not jump on it now, take advantage of it? Why not? That's all I'm saying. Um, what is some of the comments saying? Let's see. Someone said just like new licenses are due by. Oh yeah, so they have the new licenses that are by 2023. So the real ID. So it's the same. The real ID that they were saying to have that just to be able to travel. So they're saying this is something that you may want to just jump on early because you're going to hear about it in the news. You're going to hear about it, and they're going to walk through processes. But if you do your taxes online, if you do them, and you need access and do anything electronically, you have to do this. So just be. That's all I'm saying. Any comments or Neil?
No, I mean it's with when it comes to chaos, you either embrace it or go with the flow. It does seem inevitable, so there's absolutely logic there to getting ahead of the curve, reading a bit more about it, and being prepared for what seems to be the inevitable.
Yeah, I mean, all you're doing is really just getting up. I mean, that's really what this is. I'm telling you now, this is happening. This just launched. This story just launched this week. So they're telling you in months it's gonna happen. What do you think is gonna happen by tax season? So we're all gonna have to do it. So just embrace it. So you're getting the heads up now. And just think, you just filed your taxes this year, so you don't have to worry about it. But for the ones who like to file their taxes at the end or at the last minute, they're going to have to go through this. And then the ones who filed early, right now, right, you're going to have to go through this process in January because you filed your taxes early. So all I'm saying is, might as well just download the app, go ahead and learn about the process, be ahead of the line instead of in the middle or at the end of the line. Um, yeah, that's it. So, any other thoughts before we move on?
I'm curious if there's going to be any kind of analog approach to it where the most resistant or those without any access to any technology will be able to go into, say, a government agency with, proper identification and have them authenticate for them through a different system.
Well, here's my thing, and I guess this is my question that I have. But this is only for people that are doing everything electronically. This is not something for someone that is maybe going to, well, maybe H&R Block or maybe another tech service. Maybe they may start inquiring or making or implementing that this is something that you have to do just to be able to access your information online. And think
Right.
about it. It's not just and I'm just saying, just think about it. It's not just the wording I'm looking for. It's not just taxes. I mean, you may sign in for business services or anything with the IRS.gov period, nonprofit or anything. You're gonna have to learn how to do this. This is something that it's gonna happen.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I know that they're talking about the real ID. So you guys may want to see if I can find a story about the real ID. So keep that in mind because if you don't have that real ID driver's license, when that goes into effect, when your driver's license renews, certain states have it to where you can't even travel within the interstate lines if you're flying, where you can't even get on the plane. So that's something that you have to look at as well. So just something to think about. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Guys, I told you we're changing things up on this tech show. I'm making it more unique. I'm making it more fun. I'm going to make it more interactive, as you guys see. Um, it's funny. This is a funny, interesting comment that she just said. Who does what she say? Paper taxes still. Hmm, let's see if that comment pops up on the screen. It says, "Who does paper taxes still?" And even then, people do online. So you got to do it. Just go ahead and it's telling you now. Here, it's here to stay. Be ready for it. So as I said, we're switching up. So check this out. Oh man, wow. Hey everybody, it's the Lab Tech Show. Follow us on social, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You know why? I need you to like, subscribe, and tell a friend. All right. This is the Lab Tech Show. We talk tech news. I'm just trying to educate you and put you on to some interesting things. I hope you like this beat. Not only do you like the beat, but there's some interesting content on here. Now, this song is a little too loud, but I'm just trying to hook you up. The Lab Tech Show. Follow us on social. All right, just check us out. All right. So I told you, you guys are getting a sneak peek. I'm just working out some kinks here and there. We have Neil here that's hanging out with us, and he's going to tell us a little bit about his product in a second. But I got a question for you, Neil. I got a
Hmm.
question for you.
Fire away.
What'd you think of that beat?
I liked it. It was upbeat. It was, yeah.
So we got to work on the volume levels and all that, but we're gonna make it right to where, while we're drinking those cocktails, we're gonna have a little upbeat. We're gonna, be bobbing to the left, bobbing to the right. So I have my adult beverage. The ones that are still here, they probably have their wine or their beverage of choice in house. So hopefully, with your be able to see some things that might change their trajectory when they have to do this facial recognition with your device that you have. Maybe they'll get through it a little bit easier. So,
I would wager so.
I got. They said what song you couldn't hear it, but not as smooth. Okay, they said, oh, check this out. So they got some comments on this song here. So oh yeah, Lisa Marie. I'm telling you, everything's about to be a little bit more upbeat on this. Not this smooth, but it's okay. It needed to be a little bit more beat. So going into February and March, we'll make it upbeat. Maybe March, April, we might slow it down a bit. You just never, you never know. Uh, okay, Mama D says, let's see, what did she say? She says, again, I keep thinking age is catching up. I'm looking. I think my hearing. So it was an upbeat song. You guys like it. We're gonna be hearing it a little bit more often. All right. Hey Tabitha, how you guys doing? I mean, how are you doing? She's here. Thank you for coming back. I know you were trying to talk to me behind the scenes. I really appreciate that. We got up not the way it's supposed to be, but we have somebody assisting me all day in you to allow this show to happen. All right. So thank you so much for your support. So we have a product. Was at CES. I showed you that video last week. I wish there was more people, and I'm so sorry. And I'll bring you back. You always have an open invitation with me, Neil, because you actually stood with me when there were bumps and the bruises, and the kicks and the punches. And you were actually here, so um, you will always be welcome here on the show. Okay. So I just want to let you know you got a product out here, and what's going on over here? You got a product over behind us, and I think some women might be interested in this. So it's not only it's called the Bartesian. I showed you guys this video last week, so for the ones who saw it, you guys kind of have an idea of what's going on. But if you guys like your cocktails, you don't want to go because of COVID, you may not want to go out. You can now do it in house, a la somewhat like a Keurig or something like that. But I'm not gonna do all of that. I'm gonna let my man Neil Mcvicker. He's gonna tell you all about it. It's called the Bartesian. And without further ado, the floor is yours, my man.
Cool. So yeah, behind me here you see Bartesian. There are the glass bottles, two per side, where you put in your brands, the brands of your choice of vodka, whiskey, rum, gin, tequila, the base foundational spirits. And in the back here, there's also water. And really, everything comes down to the capsules, where it's not artificial powders or syrups. It's not like a big tub of mix that you see at a grocery store that has a 10-year shelf life because of all the fructose and corn syrups in it. The capsules have all of the genuine juices, bitters, and extracts in concentrated form, all of those components above and beyond the spirits to go into making an authentic cocktail the way you would enjoy at a lounge. So really, you're in a position where you no longer have to refer to the recipe book, find a bottle of this, a bottle of this, and a bottle of that, to open them up, use a few drops, and probably that tin of pineapple juice is going to be growing fur in the back of your fridge 3 days later if you don't get up. So again, yeah, all those components are in here. I'll go ahead and make one. This one here is it's a whiskey sour, a classic. It's one of my favorites.
So I have a question.
Yeah, yeah.
How big is this device? Because I don't think that they can really see it from. I know it's just sitting on your counter. I mean, is it something that you can pick it up and transport? It's a cocktail maker, almost about
Right.
the size of a Keurig. But how big is it?
It's about 12 inches across, about 12 deep, and about 14 high.
Okay. I think I have a video or maybe something on your website. We can show that, or I don't know if it's a
Sure.
video or not. But let me
Yeah.
see if it's on here. Um, check this out. All right,
There you go.
so that's the video. I was scouring the internet for that, and I said, man, I know he's gonna be really impressed when he sees I
Yeah.
got this over here. So basically, how long does it take to make one of these cocktails?
Well, I mean, I can throw one of these in. We'll see. It's about 20 seconds all in.
Literally 20 seconds. All right, so I'm gonna give you the floor. You know what? I'm gonna take your name off of this. I'm gonna give you the whole floor, and there you go.
All right. So
Look,
again, yeah, I've
somebody
got my
go ahead.
whiskey sour here. Throw it in. Oh, put my shaker underneath there. And the only thing you can't see is that on the touchscreen, you saw it in the video before, is the only thing that you're seeing on the touchscreen is you're prompted to select your pour strength. If you want a mocktail, a light, a regular, or a strong. So I hit mix. It's drawing from the whiskey. It's also drawing from the water in the back because again, they're concentrated ingredients in the capsule, and they come up over their own lines. So if I was doing like a margarita next, you wouldn't want the tequila traveling over the same line that the bourbon just traveled over. And the last couple of seconds of every dispense, it's actually self-cleaning. It's kind of emptying its lungs to get rid of any remaining spirit in the line. Take my. There you go. Cheers.
So it's just simple as one, two, three. That's it.
Absolutely. You put in the capsule, select your strength, and hit mix and enjoy.
All right. So how much does something like this cost?
The appliance is $3.49, and the capsules are available in. I'll show you here. Like available in 8 packs, and they're $19.99. But we also have like a subscription model where you can have them sent to your house every month or every second month. You can customize the frequency, and there's obviously savings to be had for those that are opting in for a subscription.
All right. So let me ask you: is it only your capsules that you can use, or can you use other capsules, or is it only exclusive to your brand? How does that work?
Right. Yeah. So the capsules are patented, and they exclusively work with our Bartesian cocktail maker.
Okay. So can you tell people why you guys decided or to make something like this?
Well, it was really a a love project, love of cocktails, in wanting to apply the convenient and familiar workflow that many people are already familiar with, obviously with coffee solutions and such, but being able to create a truly premium result. And again, that comes with using the authentic juices versus powders that most people associate with a capsule form factor.
Okay. Um, so you told me a story how the owner or the founder of this, how he did something in a hotel room or something like that. You mind sharing that
Yeah,
story?
it was. He had checked into a hotel, and it was an airport location, and he checked in just shortly after the lobby bar had closed, and he'd really just been looking forward to unwinding with a cocktail. And sure enough, he's sitting there in his room and saw a coffee maker solution in the room, and thought to himself, "Boy, why couldn't I make a cocktail with that? Wouldn't that be great?" And it really grew from there.
Interesting. All right. So we got a couple questions up here, or um, well, comments from ladies tonight. Um, one says, let's see, what we have, and I don't know if you're watching and you can see this, but we'll have it pop screen. It's awesome. Let's see what we have. It's awesome. Another one says, oh, spell misspelled it. I gotta put it on there. I'm a bar too, and says I need. um, no, they didn't know. Let's see. Can I win one? Can they win tonight? And then they also said they quick and eat, love it. Let's see. Do you have any questions while he's on? Now this could be for dark liquors. This can be for liquors. I mean, so how does because are those glass bottles that you have the liquor place one get or anything like?
Right. Yeah. So they are glass bottles. Um, it comes with with aside from the spirits, of course. So they are bottles. They have a 20 ounce capacity. Um, they are available for sale on the website if you wanted extras on hand for whatever reason. No, absolutely.
Okay, how much are those? How much does it hold as far as liquors?
26 ounces per bottle, comfortably.
Okay, so now you were mentioning earlier that say you do dark and then you switch to a white, it has some type of cleaning or something like that. Like how that work?
Right. Now, for the most part, specific to that, like if you have a recipe that calls for, say, a dark rum, maybe like the Mai Tai, assume that everyone is in base white or silver spirits. There's really not a requirement to switch out from, say, a light rum to a dark rum, because as a recipe calls for it, all of the components that are found, the extra spice or sugars, are present in the capsule.
Okay, all right. Well, now I don't think we. Well, you said it was 349. That's doing something like this.
$349.99. That's correct.
Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get it back to the site, but I think I'm only on your accessories, but I'm going back to your cocktail maker. So we can so the cocktail maker is 349 and then is there a pay oh I see there's a payment plan for 87.49 with four easy payments of interest free, no interest at all. Is that right?
That is totally accurate.
Um, okay, we're still recording, but what happened? Don't tell me we lost you. Give me 1 second. We were there. You may want to increase it. Oh no, he's talking about audio. What happened to the stream? We're in the middle of the stream and it's going great. I think we're still live. Are we still live? Okay, I'm seeing nothing on my end saying that it's live, but okay. It says it's still live, so I'm not gonna panic. But I'm recording the show, so we'll play it back if we lose anything. Um, okay, sounds good. So no, so four easy payments of 87.49. Or you can just pay for it outright. They want to win one. I'm like, I don't think Neil's giving one of these away. I don't think Neil's giving one of these away tonight. I think he might do something else, but I don't know. You got to ask him. Like you got to get in the comments. You got to
Uh,
talk to Neil. I don't have anything to do
right.
with that.
Maybe another show, but we do have an offer though. Um, if you're looking to get one and have a bunch of amazing cocktails. We have over 40 cocktails right now. That's going to be growing significantly throughout 2022 and beyond. But we do have a promotion for viewers of your show. Tallboy25. You can use that code at checkout and get $25 off of your order.
Okay, so I have it popping up on the screen right now. So for the ones that are interested in getting one of these Bartesians, you can select your favorite cocktails or device, and you use the code Tallboy25, and you get $25 off. So whatever is that, 325 or 329? I'm bad at math.
349.
Three what?
349.
349. So 329 is no 320. Am I saying that right?
That sounds about right.
Somewhere in
Too
there,
late
and
for
it
too late for math.
yeah, it's late for math, right? So, but you guys see it right here. Visit bartesian.com. Use Tallboy 25. You got to use Tallboy 25 and make sure it's in lowercase because I don't know if it's case sensitive or not. But do it the way you see it on the screen right there. And I I didn't do it, Mama D. Mama D, like, I can't stop Neil. They want you to give these away. Come on, man.
Okay.
Oh man, I this up. I
I,
can't make it up.
I, I get it, and I get the excitement. Absolutely, I can't materialize that offer on the spot at the moment. I'd love to come back on another show, and we'll see what can be done.
Right. Well, we could do that. So he's got to talk to the powers that be, above him, and want him to come back on, and we'll see what we can do to get him to make all. Um. So is this company based in Canada or is this a U.S. based?
Right. Our head office is in Chicago. I'm just the lonely Canadian up here.
Okay. All right. So hopefully they'll like the micro content, they like the show, and then we'll get maybe you and the actual founder to come on the show and surprise them, and we can say all the tech kinks were worked out. Get all the tech kinks worked out. But I definitely appreciate you coming on and telling us about Bartesian. I thought that this is one of the cool products that I saw at CES 2022. Um, we met at PepCom. So PepCom is a private event that is for media members only. And as I was walking the event, I just felt like, well, he and I just started talking, and he showed me how it worked, and I said, you know what? I know a lot of people who love adult beverage. Now they can use your capsules and use your device, and you can have the perfect cocktail. I felt like this was an opportunity to be able to you come onto the show, talk about it, and introduce it. And like I said, unfortunately, due to the technical difficulties, which is called tech. We're trying to work through those kinks, just like we're trying to get these folks that are not willing to convert over using facial recognition. We're just trying to get you guys to embrace it all together. Okay, so you can get a discount. So you get an educational discount is gone with Apple, and get a $25 off discount with Bartesian.
There you go.
So that's so Tabitha says I'm getting one and hit the spot knows, and I'm not gonna say too much about it, but uh no, read she's good at saying it. She's oh, look at the ooh, the cat pretty. Oh. All right. So that's what's up. We got RT talking about how to have your cocktails mixed in 20 seconds or less. Um, Anything else you want to share with the audience? You said you're from the company's based in Chicago. You can make the drink in 20 seconds. You can mix four mixers, or here's another question I have. Can you mix the two? Say, can you mix two or three of the liquors all together?
Oh yeah, depending on the recipe, absolutely. So like we have a Long Island iced tea that draws from three spirits in sequence, so it's actually pretty neat to watch. But no, absolutely. If the recipe calls for it, it can pull from multiple spirits.
So when you say recipe on the top of the monitor that you have, you can say I want all three or all four, or I just only want two, or is it something else that makes that work?
So yeah, so yeah, I didn't really kind of show that necessarily. So that each cocktail selection has a barcode on the lid, and that's what identifies which spirits it will be drawing from. So it's not you don't have to program anything. You don't have to tell it. I want it to draw from here or there. It's all done automatically. As soon as you close the lid, the cocktail is identified instantly for you. It's really just selecting your strength and hitting mix.
Okay. I thought I had a video, not a video, but I think on the front part of your website, I thought that it showed some of that, but I'm not sure if that actually shows it or not. Let me see. Does it work? I'm seeing the video go or not. So I'm not gonna play it until yeah, there we go. So this is really how it works. Put the capsule in, you select where it is, and you deliver a cocktail. Is that pretty much it? Just easy one, two,
Exactly that.
easy as one, two, three. Man, technology, you guys, we got to embrace technology. We have to face it. It's definitely here for us to take, and as long as we're willing to take it on, it's there for us. So, with that being said, we're still working out these kinks and stuff like that. But I want to check out. I told you we're going to switch shows, so you guys are getting um, you're getting a snippet of what's to come. Oh, uh-oh. All right, guys. Are you looking for new content? Did you cut the cord? Yeah, weekly episodes. TV is on Roku, Amazon Fire. Download the channel. I need you to check it out. We have great shows, great content. We have a cooking. We need to do more shows, right? Also have an R&B show, and then of course we have a Lab Tech show. So it's on TV Media, Roku, and Amazon Fire. So if you cut the cord, you're looking for new content, you're bored, oh, it's TV Media. All right. So that's where we are with everything. Um, this show will be on there. I'll find a way to get this show on the TVE, on Roku TV and Fire TV for the weekend. And hopefully you guys like it. Like I said, we're switching the show and we're going to make things a little bit more upbeat, a bit more fun. And we're just testing it all out and having fun as we go. All right. So, Neil, anything that you want to say to the family that has stayed on through these technical difficulties and bearing
Oh,
with
yeah.
us throughout this time?
No, I want to thank you for having me on. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, thank you, absolutely, thank you for everyone with their patience for sticking it through and joining us for a conversation.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you. And like I said, sometimes things are just out of our hands, if that makes sense. And now, Neil, you- oh man, let me stop. Oh, they're loving you, Neil. They're loving. Oh, what is Mama D say? Mama D in California says, "No, you want us over tonight, regardless of the late show. I enjoyed you. Thanks for coming."
Thank you.
uh, and then Maria, she's in New York, and says, "Let's see, what is she? Great, thank you, Neil, for an innovative product." And
Thank you.
Rich Vibe UK, and Rich Vibe says, "Go on, brother. Just keep going. Just keep." So, you guys can get $25 off if you uh, choose to go to .com. Make sure you use the code Cowboy25, and you'll be good to go. Um, there is one thing I need to share. We had called Jean from GM. He was on a couple weeks ago, and literally um, spray. And so he sent the to him, and I told him I would play it. You guys to check this. All right, so don't forget he had the pepper spray. Just all right, so there it is. Don't forget, Carl was from Sweden. He was very nice to come to the show, and he actually tried out the new streaming software that I'm not really a big fan of. So we're gonna have to figure out why Vmix is not working. But we're gonna make it work sooner or later. And Neil, you're always welcome to come back onto the show. I definitely
Thank you.
thank you for your time. Thank you so much for everything. And how long is this code valid for the ones who are watching on the replay? And when we do the micro content, they need to know that.
Yep, absolutely. It's valid through the end of February.
Okay, guys. So if you guys are interested in a Bartesian, make sure you guys go over to bartesian.com, click on the products of your choice, and make sure you use the word Tallboy25. If I were you, I would put all in lowercase. It's a cocktail maker. You can mix four drinks or four spirits of your choice, whether they're single or combined. and it retails for $349. You get $25 off if you choose to go to Bartesian and use the word or the code Tallboy25. So with that being said, thank you guys for coming out. I definitely appreciate it. Next Wednesday, we're gonna have another special guest that will come on, and hopefully these problems and these kinks, we'll go get rid of them. So be mindful, please. Embrace the tech. I'm telling you, please embrace the tech. That's all I'm asking. The IRS is telling you that we need to do this. So it starts with the money. If you want your money, I bet you're going to figure it out, right? So with that being said, my name is Tallboy. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And on that note, we're out of here. It's the Lab Tech Show. All right, I think we're done.
All right, so we're
Yeah,
good.
yeah, hold on. Give me a second. Let me make sure he's done recording.
All righty.
Give me 1 second.